Hello friends, my name is Ramasu. Today we shall discuss about a topic that how we can set a deadline in Microsoft project. So let's start friend. First of all, I would request to please subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on the bell option as well so that my new videos can reach to you, and also you can follow me on the Facebook page as well. Friend, Microsoft Project is a very well known software for project management, and we use this software for making the project plans. Right now we have entered a sample plan for the planning of the software project. So let's assume that you are implementing a software project which has basic tasks like planning, software development, quality assurance, user acceptance testing, and the production deployment. So these are the tasks which we have already entered in the Microsoft project. Now friend, try to understand the deadline concept here. Friend, if ever you have worked for as a project manager, you definitely know that project management deadlines are very important. Now what is the concept of deadline? Deadline concept is that the date which cannot be crossed. For example, your customer said that you must have to deploy the solution by 10th of August 2022, for example. So this is your deadline. You must have to comply if you agreed on that by from your side, from vendor side. So you must have to comply to that. It is not possible in any case that you can't say that this deadline cannot meet. So deadline means that the date which must have to be meet, which must have to be achieved to complete the project. For example, we have already given an example here. Now one more important concept here friend, that there is a difference between a constraint and a deadline. Many people think that constraint and deadline are the same. Friend, constraint is basically a limitation. Limitation in terms of time, cost, resources. For example, uh, your management said that you must have to complete the project with 5 resources. So this is your limitation. You cannot go with 6 resources. Your customer said that the project must have to complete it with 5000 budget. So this is a constraint. So remember that there is a difference between a constraint and a deadline. Now deadline also, with respect to project plan as well, the deadline does not affect the scheduling of the project plan. Okay, remember one thing, it doesn't affect the scheduling. However, it tells you the particular date at which the task must have to be completed. And in the project plan, if you see in the 2019 Microsoft project, so here one symbol will be displayed, and here the reminder will also come if that particular deadline is not reaching on particular time. So just show you again, just let me show you that how you can set a deadline. For example, production deployment currently finishing on 10th of August. Okay, let's assume now the customer said that it must have to be completed by, for example, 16th of August, for example. So you have to set a deadline here, like this deadline cannot be crossed. So I will double click here, and in the these are the tabs here, and in the advanced tab I will set the deadline as, for example, 16th of August. Okay, once I set this 16th of August deadline, so uh, here I will see, for example, so for example friend, once I set the deadline as 16th of August, so this will be our deadline. It must have to be achieved here. Remember one thing friend, that basically deadline is not a constraint. It will not affect your project planning, not affect the project scheduling. However, it only tells you a particular deadline which must have to be achieved, which must have to be complied actually. So in simple, basically you have to double click, or also you can go from here, task inform, from here you can also go there, and in the advanced tab there is a option of deadline. So you from here deadline, you can set the deadline of that particular task actually. So friend, thanks a lot for watching the video. I hope you like this video. If you like it, please share it with the friends and colleagues, and thanks a lot for watching the video. Thank you, friends.